Those are their two conditions. We want fact checkers on the stage or right next to him. And Trump must release his tax returns. Of course, no one's going to agree to that. But Friedman knows that. Friedman is simply engaged in a protection racket to keep Joe Biden off the stage with Donald Trump, who will promptly destroy him in a debate because the man can't complete a coherent thought or sentence. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden is entirely incoherent. Now, the left's new argument is going to be, I've seen it already, questioning Biden's cognitive abilities. Of course, Joe, it's probably racist. You're like, but Joe Biden's a white guy. That doesn't matter. These are emotional people. They're not reasonable. It's probably going to be racist for some reason. They say, you're not allowed to question. They'll just make it up. It doesn't really matter if it makes sense. That will be the new attack. You can't question Joe Biden's mental stability because, of course, it's racist or it's probably misogynistic too. But Dan, he's a man. Again, folks, none of that matters. We're talking to liberals. They're not exactly the smartest crew out there. We're going to continue to do that because Joe Biden is running to be president of the United States, get his hands on the nuclear football. The guy doesn't seem like he has all of his faculties there. And folks, I'm not messing with you again. I say this a lot. I know Joe feels the same way. It's sad to watch.
Yeah.
The guy's in trouble and it's getting worse. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, having a great grandmother who went through early stages of dementia. It's troubling to watch. I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know what Joe Biden is suffering from or not suffering from. I'm simply telling you his public appearances have been deeply troubling. I want you to watch this quick video. And when I come back on the other side of this, I'd like you to translate for me, if you can, what Joe Biden is trying to say here, because I don't think anybody actually gets what he's trying to say. Check this out.
Lonnie knows I believe this every fiber of my being. We're posed. What I propose is it can be done. I think we're in a position to really make it happen. And my team and your team are already working closely together to light up the path forward here. Critical laws like the PRO Act to strengthen collective bargaining. On politics like prevailing and look, I guess I'm taking too much time, but you know.
Again, if any of you have a Biden translator, was he talking about Davis Bacon, prevailing wage? What is he? I mean, these are real things, fair to talk about. If you agree with them or disagree with them, I've actually ran for office and talked about it quite a bit. If you want to look it up, but it's beyond the scope of the show today. But he can't even finish a sentence. You know, we're talking about prevailing. Was he talking about prevailing wage? I don't know, because he didn't finish the sentence. Because in the middle of a sentence, he can't figure out where he was. This is not funny. Believe me, I'm not kidding. I'm not celebrating this. It's not a joke. This is real. But the man is running to be president of the United States. There's clearly an issue going on there. I think it's only fair that we question what it is and if the man can perform the functions of the job, is it not? Now, the media knows this. Believe me, the media knows this. The media fully understands that candidate Joe Biden is not up to this job at all. His cognitive abilities are questionable. His ability to even complete a sentence and a thought are questionable. So they don't want him on the debate stage with President Trump, who's pretty sharp. May not like how he talks, but he certainly is coherent when he does it. They don't want him on a debate stage. So the media, Joe, is already going there. They're already laying the groundwork to say, hey, listen, we need to prep an excuse in advance why we can't have this guy on the debate stage with Trump, because he will get slaughtered on the debate stage. So to the rescue, I was going to cover this yesterday. Tucker beat me to the punch last night, but here's the hapless Tom Friedman at the New York Times, wrote this piece yesterday or the day before or whatever, saying, hey, Biden shouldn't debate Trump unless certain conditions are met, Joe. Tom Friedman, Biden prepping the battlefield now to keep hapless Joe Biden, who can't complete a thought, off the debate stage where he will get crushed. Leave it up to Tom Friedman at the New York Times to prep the battlefield now. He has two conditions. One, Trump must release his tax returns first, which he knows isn't going to happen. So what? It would keep Biden off the debate stage by default, right? Because Trump's not going to release them. Not if he doesn't have to. And secondly, they want a panel of fact checkers, Joe. You know how fair they are. Liberal fact checkers from the media.
Yeah.
They'll wind up fact-checking what Trump had for breakfast if he says it in the debate. And if he says Frosted Flakes, they'll be like, no. It wasn't the brand name Frosted Flakes. It was sugar-coated oat thingies. Those are their two conditions. We want fact-checkers on the stage or right next to him. And Trump must release his tax returns. Of course, no one's going to agree to that. But Friedman knows that. Friedman is simply engaged in a protection racket to keep Joe Biden off the stage with Donald Trump, who will promptly destroy him in a debate. Because the man can't complete a coherent thought or sentence.
You just heard Dan Bongino.